Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Well,
Okay, I'm just checking with my guns to see if voice attack responds to my guns, which it is. It's probably because my earbuds are fairly close to the mic. Let's try again. Didn't respond to it that time, so I'm going to get rearmed.
Request rearming. Copy.
That doesn't take long, and then in the meantime I'll get started up.
Rearming complete.
Oh dear. That's the first time I've done that for a very long time. That was pure bad flying. Okay, let's go again. In the meantime, if you want a different aircraft, let me know, let me know, let me know. Bearing in mind you'll probably also get whatever you say repeated. Said twice, I don't know. I might have cured it, I don't know.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Good evening, folks. Okay, set altimeter, do my trims. There we go. If anyone wants me to talk through what I'm doing, just say. The sound of the engine, by the way, I say this most times, so you heard it, I apologise, but The sound of this engine is not the sound from DCS, it's from Echo 19. It's a beautiful engine sound. So anyone that flies in DCS and uses the Spitfire, highly recommend you go pay a visit to Echo 19 and get their Spitfire. I think you might have to also download something called the Core, but I have the Core and Spitfire. I don't know if you need both, but I've got both. There he is. Radio check. Radio check.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, I get you. I did see your message earlier on about did I restart. I couldn't respond. No, I haven't restarted it.
You might need to.
What, to make your changes take effect or what?
No, I've got a slight issue, but not that I've got to change it, but there's something not quite right.
Okay. Well, do what you need to do. I'm just coming into land. I'll see what I'll do on this landing. And then,
Jeep is in as well, so it's going to
yeah.
either hold off and not do CSAR, or have you noticed any explosion?
No, I don't think so. Right, they've blown my tyre, so I'm done for a minute anyway, so when you and Jeeva come through with it, you can do what you want.
Keep it running for a while, I need to look at stuff.
Okay. I might have found the issue with my double announcements. Something in actually in Discord, possibly, but we'll find out with some our messages made. We'll see. Okay, well really I should get repaired. I'm not sure when Lexor's going to want to restart the server. I'll cut the engine and start the repair just in case.
Request repair.
Copy.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Bill 1949 wait. Test. Bill 1949 wait. Test.
Okay, so that didn't cure my double messaging.
Bill 1949 wait. Test 2. Bill 1949 wait. Test 2. Bill 1949 wait. Test 3. Bill 1949 wait. Test 3.
One. all these tests are just to see if I can. I'm doing various
Bill
things to try to prevent
1949
double
wait.
reading. Hold on.
Test 4. Bill
No, she's
1949
still reading
wait.
it twice.
Test 4.
If anyone wants me to fly, just say fly. I might have to stop anyway for briefly if Lexor needs to restart the server. Well, that all looks as expected. I can't think where else this is happening. Now looking at something that the viewers can't see at the moment, simply because it's over the top of the DCS screen. So I can see it, but other people can't.
TEST 5. TEST 5.
Bill 1949 wait. Test 6. Bill 1949 wait. Test 6. Bill 1949 wait. Test 8. Bill 1949 wait. Test 8.
Radio Shack G, copy.
Yep.
That's Lexor, wasn't it?
Yeah, copy.
Oh, okay. Right, so Lexor wants to restart now, if you're good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright, I'll wait until you both clear the server and
Okay,
I'll push it for change.
okay, okay. So Lexor's going to restart the server, and then he can, well, after he's uploaded a new version of the mission that we're flying in. And I'm still trying to sort out this double reading that she's doing on my messages that turn up here. That's what all these test messages are about. I can't remember what I've just done. Let's try it. You'll probably still read it twice.
Bill 1949 wait. Test 9. Bill 1949
Yeah,
wait.
so I'll put that setting back
Test
as it
9.
was.
Laxa underscore barosilicase. Running. Laxa underscore barosilicase. Running.
Okay, thank you. I'll go back in. That's the refueling aircraft if anyone wants it and if they are capable of doing it. Okay. Comms. Comms.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Very early in the morning, sun barely up.
Refueling complete.
I'll wait until I've been rearmed, then I can move on. I did ask to be rearmed, didn't I? I'll just check that. Comms.
Rearming complete.
Oh, no, I've been rearmed, okay. Here we go then. I'm using this slider here to adjust my brake. You just see at the top of the stick. So when I give it left rudder and apply brake, it puts braking on the left wheel. Likewise, right rudder puts braking on the right wheel. When the rudder is centered, using the braking lever will put braking on both wheels. The term is differential braking. If anyone would like me to take a particular aircraft, let me know and I might be able to accommodate. Spitfire, Mosquito, F-16, A-10, P-47, P-51, even the Harrier, but don't really fly that much. Okay, let me just check. Well, I've got everything right. Let's put some navigation lights on. I didn't do my altimeter and trims. Naughty boy, let's do that now. Okay, we're set. Brake is off, stick back, full right, and away we go. A10 just took off. Actually, I better check the runway before I do anything in case someone else is taking off. Looks clear. Well, we've got a 109 coming in. A couple of them, I better take off. Oh, I've got a feeling they're going to come straight at me and blow me away. That might be a 109 out there. No, I just saw gunfire coming from its rear, I think, so that's going to be... Oh no, that's been shot at, not the other way round. That, I'm guessing, is a 109. Where'd he go? Lost him, just like that. Just lost him. Well, he's behind me. We just crossed, but I didn't see him. There he is. As usual, I make a turn and I can't find him. He's getting on my 6. Just saw him in the mirror, he just went past me, behind me. There he is. A little bit spray and pray. He's behind me again. Ah, so's the A10. If I could get behind him and stay at speed, I'd stand a chance. I'm at full throttle and full revs now. And I've lost it. Oh, there's two of them, that's why. That's partly why. I'll have to lead them over our guns, maybe. Try and get some distance, maybe some altitude and speed. It seems to be out turning me. Oh, hang on a minute. I've destroyed one. I know I hit one of them when we were on the dogfight. I didn't think it was that bad. Frame rate is down to 10. That didn't help me, never mind. So I've got to return to base. I'm only got small bore, small caliber ammo now. And the frame rate is down to 10. It's very difficult like this. It's bad enough just flying, but when you're in combat. I mean, he might go down from the damage that I've done him. Oh, got him. He went down. I think I probably need to read the server and come back in because my frame rate is so bad, it's all over the place. I'll move to one side for now. Well, neither of those aircraft got shots on me, so that's good. That's 2 for 2. But I've got a frame rate of about 9 now, which below 30 is not very good. So I'm going to cut my engine and come back in. I'll do another test. I'll go back in. I'll do another test.
Bill 1949 weight. Test. Bill 1949 weight.
Nope, still not
Test.
cured. Okay, change that back. Another quick test, but I know it's not going to make any difference.
Bill 1949 weight. Test 10. Bill 1949 weight. Test 10.
Comms. F8. F1.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Radio check. Perhaps I haven't got their ears on. I'll try them again. Radio check. Okay, I'll just make my way out to the runway anyway.
Testing 123.
Yeah, she's still reading it twice, and I've tried all sorts. I just cannot
Yes.
find the setting.
Oh dear.
Cured it last
Yes,
week,
yes.
but I don't know
Oh dear.
what's changed.
Monsieur Balls. Paul Bill. Monsieur Balls.
Well, it's just an aggravation, that's all.
Monsieur Balls. Bagged any Jerry's.
Yes, I have. In
Yes,
fact,
yes.
I've banked 2
Bagged
Jerry's.
any Jerry's.
I splashed 2 109s.
Monsieur Balls. Good chap ran ales in the ploughman's later. Monsieur Balls. Good chap ran ales in the ploughman's later.
Good chap, ram ales. Okay, so you're going to have a couple of beers later with somebody. Later? That's a bit late if you're going later.
Monsieur Balls. Warm ale behind stove lamp.
Oh, warm
Monsieur
ale,
Balls.
yeah. Real, proper
ale
ale.
behind
Room
stove lamp.
temperature ale, the way it's supposed to be. I had a couple of those over the weekend so far. Proper job. Proper job is really nice. If you like a nice hoppy beer, it's really nice.
Monsieur Balls. Like the old Green King. Monsieur Balls. Like the old Green King.
Yeah, it's better than Green King actually. I used to really like the Green King IPA, which I still would, but it's not as good as the proper job. I love a nice
24 check.
light proper job one. Hold on. Yeah, copy.
Okay,
A
hopefully
nice,
my machine's working now.
nice light hoppy hoppy beer. Sorry, repeat.
Hopefully my machine is working now. I was getting, I think my machine had been on too long and I was doing too much with it. I had to do a complete restart, which is unfortunate because I just also started the stream, so...
Ah.
Monsieur Balls. Pint of base will do me mild or bitter. Monsieur Balls. Pint of base will do me mild or bitter.
A pint of Bass, I suppose that's supposed to be. Bass, do I still make that? Time to go back and rearm. Have I ever shown you the bottle for proper job, Monsieur Balls?
Monsieur Balls. Yeah, and they brew most of these fancy ale brands. Monsieur Boss. Yeah, and they brew most of these fancy ale brands.
Yeah, it's from St Austell, I think. Sure, or that direction. I think it's St Austell. A proper job. But if you like a really hoppy beer, it's nice. If you don't like the hoppy beer, then it's going to be too hoppy for some people.
Monsieur Boss. I like local micro stuff.
Yeah,
Monsieur Boss.
yeah.
I like local micro stuff.
I'm the same. We've got a local brewer, and I like some of their stuff. It's really nice, and it's not heavily hopped. But I like a nice golden beer, light colour golden beer. But I do like a nice hoppy flavour and a bitter smack.
Okay, now, for those that haven't read the release notes,
Monsieur Boss.
I have put in container aging.
Pilsner lager beers.
When containers age, they do so,
Yeah, too, and I like the proper Czech Pilsner lager.
how could you say it? Expressively.
Yeah, I read your note on that, and it did sound interesting. You're saying don't be too close when they become non-existent.
Yeah. Which admittedly will be interesting for the likes of myself doing logistics runs.
Yeah,
I don't actually know how that's going to pan out, in fairness. That's a learn as we go type of thing.
yeah. I mean, a lot of this is, I think, isn't
They
it?
become unstable. Monsieur Boss. They become unstable.
Yeah, if you're talking about the containers, yeah, they basically, I think I've not seen it yet, but I think basically after a while they just explode. So being too close to one that's about to explode is not a good idea. Proper Czech Pilsner lager beers. Don't know if I've had them. Don't know if I've had them. I've got a lager now, but I don't choose a lager normally. It's just that's a small bottle, so I don't have to. If I want another one, I can have it. But if I open a proper job, then obviously it's sort of basically twice the amount, and I'm not going to leave half of it. So I'll be drinking perhaps more than I actually want in terms of liquid. Right, let's get rearmed. Comms. F8. F1.
Request refueling. Request
Haven't got any damage, I don't think.
Copy.
No damage. Flaps up.
Refueling complete.
Reset my
Boss.
trim.
Try a Budweiser or Sterokramen, preferably bottled. That's the authentic stuff. Monsieur
Well,
Boss. Try a
I could, only if I can order. I don't tend to get to stores. I don't tend to go to superstores and stuff. I tend to just order what I fancy from them, and they deliver. So I'd have to, if I find it, then I might try it. Not sure who that was. Probably G, if I'm guessing. Hang on.
Rearming complete.
Oh no, that would be probably Warhawk. It's an F. Was that an F-18? I don't know. I'm not good with these aircraft. Probably Warhawk. Right, I think I'm all done. I haven't been listening properly. I'm sure he said I'm reloaded. I didn't need to get refueled, I don't think. I didn't get repaired. I think I must be done. He'll tell me if I shouldn't be moving. I feel moan at me. Right,
Monsieur Voice. If you like a light crispness to a proper ale. Monsieur Voice. If you like a light crispness to a proper ale.
well yeah, I do. I really wish I could stop this double stuff. Oh, maybe, hang on, maybe the thing I changed, maybe I got to come out of that for it to take effect. I don't know. Oh well, I'm kind of going to have to give up on that. I'm getting nowhere with it. But it's frustrating because we got rid of it last week. It got cured. Last week it was fine. And then in the meantime, during the week, because I do other things like record stuff like guitar and that sort of thing, and I end up changing sound settings in various places. I can only imagine that's what I've done, but I can't think where. I mean, I've been everywhere, man. Right, let's set me trim. Focus.
Monsieur Voice. Well, if you have fancy sound softwares and systems, there is bound to be glitches. Monsieur Voice.
Yeah.
Well, if you have fancy sound softwares and systems, there is bound to be glitches.
It's not so much sound fancy systems, it's the fact that there's a number of systems sort of coming together for various reasons. We have a few push to talk. Well, I did have 2 push to talks and a push to listen, because I was using push to listen on voice attack, but I don't now. I'm using I'm just picking up voice, so if I say the wrong word it's going to obey that command, but so far that's not happened. So basically I'm on Vox, I'm on open voice for voice attack, and that does seem to be working at the moment. If I put it on push to listen, it all falls over. I'll try it. When I say comms, it should bring up the menu. I'll try it whilst I'm talking here. Actually, comms. No, let's try again without transmitting. Comms. It brought it up then straight away. So it doesn't like it when I'm pushing a push to listen or push to talk or whatever. It doesn't like it. If I say comms again, I'll try it now, and it should take the menu away. Comms.
You are using your computer and stream packages as well.
Comms.
Monsieur Voice. You are using your computer and stream packages as well.
Computer and stream packages. I'm not sure what you mean there, sir. At the moment, I'm running DCS and Discord, OBS, and voice attack, and voice meter. So there's 4 things where things can
Monsieur Voice.
start to fall over.
The computer system and stream sound system. Monsieur Voice.
Well,
The computer system and stream sound
yeah, I guess
system.
so. I'm using the desktop sound, but it's complex. It's more complex than I understand, to be honest. So when it goes slightly wrong, it's a nightmare for me to figure it out. Right, I've just closed something and it's asked me to save changes, and I did. So it looks like you can still hear me. It looks like desktop is still getting sounds from the game. I'll do another test.
Bill 1949 wait. Test 11. Bill 1949 wait.
No.
Test 11.
Okay. Is there anything you fancy me flying, Monsieur Balls? And there's the Mosquito. I could make a change and jump in the Mosquito.
Bill 1949 wait. 12. Bill 1949 wait. 12.
Oh, I could jump in an A10. I don't know what to do. What's the time? Okay. What about another hour and a bit? No, an hour and a reasonable bit. Depends on how long that's all to go on for tonight. So I don't usually fly on Sundays, as you're probably aware by now. Just that Laxor couldn't make it last night, so we're doing it tonight.
For anyone interested, the container near the northern edge of the airstrip, currently the closest one on the map, is going to be the first one that will disappear.
Oh, okay. To the northwest of the west end of the north of the west end of the runway, yeah.
Negative, north of the northern edge of the runway.
North. Oh, so in Mike Popper 6749er.
Yeah, the one that's pretty much in the middle.
Yeah.
It's got about 1,000 seconds to run. Because my thing fires every 3 minutes. It depends when it happened. If you select it on the map and hit F12, you'll be able to look at it directly.
Oh, okay.
So I don't actually know what the...
I can't see it. Do you mean F2? Oh, hang on. No, I've found it.
There's F12 once you've got it selected on the map.
Yeah, sorry, I couldn't see it, but I found it. It was just, it's much smaller, further away than I realised it was going to be. I'm watching.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm just going to check the logs to see if I've got an update on how long it's going to be.
Got it. So this here container that I'm looking at is something that Laxor could come and pick up, or whoever, in helicopter, take it back to the airfield, and it can be processed as fuel or ammo. But what he's done now is he's given them a life, so that after a while, if they're not collected, they
Right,
disperse and so
again,
on.
because I wasn't on DCS. Yeah, we've got a few. So the oldest one there is 2600 as of 1 minute ago. There's a whole bunch of carton around the late 2000s. So very soon there's going to be lots of random things, lots of things occurring around the airfield based upon where the container is.
Okay, okay.
Well, I say random, it's one thing that's going to happen. And it will happen when it reaches a certain age, but, you know.
So in minutes, so you're saying that's 1,000 seconds?
Yeah.
Still a few minutes.
Yeah, I
then.
want to give people time to pick them up if they... I think ultimately it lasts about 10 minutes unless I've got my maths completely stuffed up.
Okay.
Yeah, 2700 at the moment, so a little bit, yeah.
2,700, and that's in seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a minute, am I doing it wrong? That works out to about 40 minutes-ish, or over 40 minutes perhaps.
Well, I never claimed I was a good mathematician.
It might want to be I mean, if you don't want them to last 40 minutes, you might have to divide that number by 10 then.
I don't mind actually. 40 minutes is a reasonable amount of time for people to be able to fly to them and do stuff and decide whether or not they want it or not. It means that people aren't forced into doing stuff like quickly, like do it now. It gives a little bit of relaxedness to it. So 40 minutes I don't mind. So.
No, that's all right if that's what's intended. But I'm sitting here looking at it, thinking it's going to go up, but it's not, is it?
No.
Probably like another 20 minutes to go.
What's 1,000? I can't even think what 1,000 seconds is. 500.
Well, 16 to 100. 16 to 100 is one at least 15 minutes. Okay, I'll jump back in the aircraft then. My frame rate's dropped to 10 now though, whilst I'm sitting on the ground, so I'm not sure about that.
Are quite closely timed, so you'll get a string of events.
Okay. Yeah, my frame rate, when I got back in the aircraft, my frame rate just sitting there was down at 10. So I don't know whether I'll come out and come back in again. When I was in an instant action, I went into the mission, it was like in the 140s. So it must be the amount of complexity of the mission that's clobbering my frame rate at least.
Yeah, but with instant action you've only got 2 aircraft on the field, maybe 3.
Yeah, but I never get that sort of figure when I come into the mission. I know the most I ever get is in the region of 80 or 90.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Your instant action is local and you've only got 2 things in the mission. Multiplayer is heavier, bigger demand on the system.
That must surely also apply to all the ground units and stuff like that. If you've got lots of ground units and various other things, that must do the same thing, surely.
Sorry, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, but yeah, multiplayer missions or multiplayer is going to have an overhead, and the more units increase your overhead, whether it's air or ground.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying is that because of all the units that are in the mission, I think that's clobbering my frame rate anyway. I don't know about others.
It'll be similar across the board. Different machines of different capability will get affected to different amounts. That's why they say for multiplayer, minimum of 32 gig memory.
Yeah.
And DCS just isn't. It's just not optimized. So it's sort of the ticket price, so to speak, is if you want multiplayer, you lose frames.
But is it not worth, with all that said, is it not worth considering a reduction in the units, like the ground units, etc., so that there's less, so we get a better constant frame rate, or is that not really going to work?
It depends. I mean, we also know that there's over time issues as well that could be external to the mission itself. Is to remove the pre-placed unit.
I think you fell off your key for half that message, I'm not sure.
The purpose of some of the mission is to remove the statically placed units to make them more dynamic, which would mean that there is, for the most part, less things on the field at once.
Okay. By the way, a little update on voice attack. I've now set it so that I'm not using push to talk. It's going purely on what I'm saying, so if I say the wrong thing it will perhaps respond to it as a command. But so far it's been working quite nicely without push to listen.
Right. I used to do that quite a lot when I was doing farm sim, but whenever I laughed it ended up raising my plough. It was much less than convenient for me.
Well, what we could do, I've already thought about this. What we could do is all voice attack commands get preceded with something like voice or whatever the word, a short word like, I don't know, voice comms for me. If I want to get my comms menu up, I could say comms, or which it didn't come up just then because I'm talking, I've got a button pushed. So I can either say comms, or I can make it so that all commands are prefixed by the word voice or V or whatever, so that I would never say those words under normal circumstances.
Yeah.
So I could say VComms, vCenter, VF1, VF8, and just things like that. And that would possibly eliminate that. But having said that, so far I haven't had an issue. It hasn't mistaken ordinary speech for a command so far. In fact, as I've been speaking, because it doesn't need push to talk, it's still listening to what I'm saying. And I had a long sentence just up there just then of what I'd said. It wasn't quite right, but it was a long sentence of what I'd been saying. And obviously that didn't cause it to spark a command.
Right, gotcha.
Seeing an orange flare, you picking someone up?
Yeah, I've just picked them up. There are ground units near there, though.
I mean, like infantry with things that can shoot you down.
Yeah, they're M4 infantry, so you could probably strafe them.
Well, I should probably leave the server again, which I've already done once tonight, and come back in to see if it brings my frame rate back, because I'm working with less than 30 frames all the time. It sort of becomes a bit pointless in the end, because when I was in a dogfight earlier on, my frame rate dropped down to less than 10, and when you're trying to duck and dive and weave and the screen isn't keeping up with you, it's pretty poor.
The interesting thing is, though, that the actual unit count hasn't really changed, but you're saying currently your frame rate is worse than usual. Does that mean you've got something different running from usual, or some stuff that you've still got running that you would have normally shut down, or anything else like that?
No, the stuff that I've got running is what I would normally have running, but well, less, because I'm now going to the system tray before I start and shutting a few things down. The only thing I've got running at the moment, which I wouldn't perhaps normally, I actually have got my stream, because I needed tests, so I had my stream running so I can type in the chat to see if I get double announcements, which I have. So I'm going to close that tab and see how much difference it makes.
Video running at any high frame rate or any high resolution like 1080p, which is what you're streaming at, will have a detrimental effect on your machine.
Yeah, but it never used to. I never used to drop down to sort of under 30 anyway, not really. It's like I never used to get this double announcement of all my messages, and it got cured last week. So what the hell have I missed? What can't I remember? What did we do last week that cured it, which I can't find now? I don't know. but I've got 17 FPS, so I'm gonna. Oh, you'll lose me for a minute, so I'm gonna leave the server, come back in again, and see what happens. I'm not sure if I was transmitting just then. I was just saying that it didn't used to be like that. I don't know what's changed, and I was just saying about my the double announcements never used to happen. Got rid of it last week. Don't know what I changed, and now can't. It's come back, and I don't know why, and I can't think what I changed last week that cured it. So I'm gonna anyway. I'm down at sort of low frame rates, so I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks as though we've got 2 on YouTube, 1 on Twitch at the moment. And the 2 on YouTube, one of them is not me because I've closed that tab. So, hello everybody anyway. I'm going to take a spit because I feel as though it's less resource intensive. Okay, so my frame rate is, let's just let it settle down for a minute. Frame rate is in the top left hand corner if you want to look at it. I imagine the frame rate should improve as it finishes loading in my situation. It's gone down to less than 30 and now it's up above 30. Oh, it's all over the place. And then it's gone up to 60. So I wonder if is it going down whenever I speak, or is it where I'm looking?
refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Radio check. Well, I'm thinking that I might fold because this frame rate is just crazy. It's low. All the messages come in twice. My frame rate is low. And when I was in the F-16 just then, I couldn't even get the radio working for some reason. Didn't do anything different. But looking around is just so jerky and messy and awful. You can't do anything quickly. It's making me think I'll just fold. Radio check. Radio check. I'm hoping that Lexor will come back in a minute on the radio. He might not have his ears on just yet. Radio check. Radio check.
One, two, four.
Hello. Is that undead?
It is. Good day, Bill.
Hello, sir. I'm thinking of folding, however, right now because I'm getting such poor responses. It's just no fun. I can't even look around properly. It's all jerky and horrible.
Yeah, that's no good.
I was trying to get Lexor on the radio, but he's not there, I don't think. He hasn't got his ears on yet.
Jeeves 79. Laxer is not evening aim Bill, he is writing code. Jeeves 79. Laxer is not evening aim.
Oh,
Bill.
he's off.
He is writing
He's
code.
off, is he? I didn't realise he'd gone out. Okay, he was here earlier, but oh, okay. Well, I'm thinking of folding anyway because my frame rate is just silly. In fact, this has been it's the way it's been for a while now. Very frame rate dropped down so
G79.
bad I can't even look around
Mission
properly.
just tanks frames after a while. Keeps doing it.
No.
Jeeve 79. Mission just tanks frames after a while.
No, this is
Keeps
after
doing
I
it.
come out of the server and come back in. Within minutes, it's down to sort of 30s. And just recently, just sitting here like this, I've not been sitting here that long, and it was dropping below 20.
Bill, I
that's
see
fine.
Lax is busy setting up code or something, so I don't know if he'll have his radio on.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Undead. Jeeve just pointed that out. I didn't realise that he was doing code at the moment because he was in. I thought he was still in. Okay. Thank you for that. I might well fold though. I'm just in contact with Jeeve on my stream at the moment. Yeah, so I can't even look around. I mean, it's all, I don't know if you're watching, G, but you'll see how jerky it is and horrible. I mean, if you're trying to fly and look around, it's just not on. So it's no fun. I think I'll just gonna fold. I'll drop a message to Laxor on Skype to let him know that I've folded so that he knows I'm gone. And might catch you next week, but I'm not even sure how worth it is, to be honest. The way that the responses I'm getting from this are just so poor that it's just no fun. So Undead, Vince, I know you're there. I'll say my goodbyes and maybe catch you next week, but
Jeeve 79.
I don't know. It's so bad, I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I can't fly 40 FPS. Jeeve 79. Yeah, I can't fly 40
So
FPS.
what are your frames normally when you're flying around in this now? What's your frame rate? Sorry, that was for G. Sorry, I pushed the wrong button.
Jeeve 79. Same as yours after a while, only this mission. Jeeve 79. Same as yours after a while, only this mission.
Well, you say after a while, but after how long? I mean, it used to be an hour or so.
124, check.
No, it's not. Yeah, copy.
124, howdy.
Copy.
Okay, I'm getting out. I don't think Bill's being received.
He was being received a moment ago. He said he was trying to get hold of you to tell you he's heading off.
Sorry, I couldn't speak because I had my chat on, my text chat, and of course it doesn't let you push the buttons when you've got a text chat on, so I couldn't speak. But yeah, I'm thinking that I'll probably quit now because the frame rate is so poor. It's just no point. And it has been for a while, and it drops very quickly. I come out of the server, come back in, and within not very many minutes it's down to less than 30, and just sitting here a little while ago it was down to less than 20. So I'm trying to look around and it's just a jerky mess. You can't do it.
I don't know why you're being affected so dramatically all of a sudden.
No, neither do I.
If it was the server, or the mission rather, I'd expect more of us to be having an issue, but we're not.
Well, G does suffer, but I think it might just take longer. I don't know. I don't know what the specs of everyone is. I thought my spec was reasonable, and it was quite nice a while back, coping nicely. But but perhaps it is my computer. Perhaps my computer's daft now by comparison.
Well, your machine is more capable than mine, but what I'm getting at is that everyone has an issue with the frames. some will be affected sooner than others, but your frame rate effect has accelerated.
G79. It's unflyable for me as soon as I start destroying stuff.
Yeah, Jeeve just said it's
Jeeve 79.
unflyable for him as soon as he
It's
starts destroying
unflyable for
stuff.
me as soon as I start destroying stuff.
I can't see that statics have that much of an effect.
I know, but maybe more people are suffering badly than we realise. I mean, I didn't realise that Jeeve was suffering like that. Earlier on, I was in a dogfight in the spit, so spit isn't that intensive, and the frame rate was dropping low, and I'm trying to look around, and it's just a jerky mess trying to look around. You can't do it, can't fly it. So anyway, I'm thinking I might as well fold for tonight because well, at least for tonight, and it makes me think like next week, oh, how am I just going to get the same and just
Jeeve
not do it?
79. I destroyed the convoy and
When was the last time you rebooted? This morning.
Jeeve 79.
Yeah,
I destroyed the convoy and it started dropping.
Jeeve destroyed the convoy and it all started dropping. But yeah, that's what I find. You know, when you're in close action with ground units, that makes sense. Or even when another aircraft or vehicle comes near me, obviously, we get that. But yeah,
Okay, but that's nothing to do with statics then.
no, but whatever.
If it's just proximity of another model, then that's nothing to do with the volume of statics.
No. I forgot what I was going to say.
Jeeve 79. I can always host a mission if you want to fly some Normandy Bill, just hit me up, we will test your machine. Jeeve 79. I can always host a mission if you want to fly some Normandy Bill, just hit me up, we will test your machine.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we know that my machine was running fine on, on an ordinary mission where there's nothing much, like a quick action where there's nothing much going on. As Naxal pointed out, there's not much going on in that. So, I don't know. I mean, it just makes me think that, I mean, I want to fly this mission. I really do. So, it just makes me think I'm getting nowhere with it now, because at the moment, right now, I'm down at less than 30, less than 20 just then. It went down to 19. I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting there. So when I spawn out, and sorry, this is meant for Jeeve really, but I'll just keep going. When I spawn out and spawn in again on the server, within 5 minutes I'm down to less than 30 FPS, and then after that it just gets worse. Right, so I've now got 4 people watching on Twitch and someone on YouTube, and I'm really thinking about quitting because the frame rate is so bad. Look, 17, 12, 11, 14, 13, and it doesn't take long for that to happen. Well, I look around and it's just a jerky
79.
mess.
I bet you if you reset server, your frames will be fine. Jeeve 79. I bet you if you reset server, your frames will be fine. Jeeve 79. Mission at start is fine. Jeeve 79. Mission at start is fine.
Well, as far as I'm aware, it was restarted pretty recently. The Lexus suggested maybe, you know, or asked the question, when did I last reboot the machine? Well, that would have been this morning when I switched it on. But, I mean, I never used to have to worry about that. So something's
Jeeve
different.
79. Yeah, and you had frames. Jeeve 79. Yeah, and you had frames.
I can't remember what I said that prompted you to say about me
The
having
pilot
frames.
seems a bit scared there, Lax.
What's the time? I might... It's 1:36. I might take what Lexus said on board more and try rebooting my machine and see if that makes any difference, like a complete reboot. But that's a little bit of a process because
The way you, sorry, I was on the wrong radio setting. The way you hightailed it out of there gave the impression you were the one that was worried.
I was a bit worried about like how close am I to your road. I saw in your stream, I looked a bit further away than it looked from my end. Oh, I haven't told you about the news thing I got, have I?
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Okay, just very quickly, I'm going to take what Laxor said earlier on. I'm going to try just a complete reboot of my machine and then come in and see if that makes much difference to the frames, because, you know, it's been dropping below 20 a lot as I'm sitting here. And I haven't been back in the mission all that long, really. So I'm going to try rebooting my machine.
Okay, and don't forget, so there's also this whole, there's a lot of helicopters, so helicopters are kicking up different stuff from the fixed wing, so we kick up a lot of dust when we're at low level. If you're within render distance of that dust, then that's going to be something that your machine is having to cope with as well.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how far I am away from that dust. I am seeing an orange cloud that suggests that you're in that sort of region if you're picking someone up. And I've currently got 17 it just dropped to just then.
Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Okay, I don't know how far I am from dust, but I am seeing an orange smoke, which suggests that's roughly where you are, I'm guessing. And my frame rate has sort of dropped down to 17 just then. 12 just then.
Right. So that's a similar thing then. So again, that's particle effects.
Well, at this distance, that seems a long way away.
Can you see the smoke?
I can see the orange smoke, but it's right at the other end. It's way at the other end of the runway. I'm not close to it. I mean, I'm at the spawn point.
You don't need to be close to it. If you can see it, it's being rendered.
Okay, hold on. So if I look at it, should my frame rate be worse than if I'm not looking at it?
That I don't know, because I don't know if stuff is streamed in or out, whether or not you're looking at it. It might be a case of when you first look at it, it gets loaded in and then it's there, or it might be a case of every time you look at it, it loads it back in. I don't know how its memory management works.
Okay, but a lot of the time I was getting really low frame rates looking in the opposite direction when there wasn't anything happening.
Okay, but was stuff happening that you couldn't see that was inside render distance, like things blowing up?
Well, I wouldn't know. I mean, not that I was seeing, no.
Well, exactly, that's what I mean, you don't have to see it. If it's inside your render distance, then it will be getting rendered.
Okay, but I wouldn't know that.
Which is why the frame rate drops seem untethered to any sense.
Yeah, but the thing is, my frame rate is worse than it's ever been, despite the fact that I've now got the 3060. I mean, this is it's just unflyable for me now.
Right, but the mission hasn't changed. It's doing the same now as it did before.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's a mission, but whatever it is, it means that it's just becoming pretty much unflyable, but it never used to be.
Right, and that's my point. So if it used to be okay, but isn't now, then so different people are going to be getting affected by DCS at different rate based on performance, but your performance seems to have changed dramatically in the last 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, that I could probably agree with. I just don't know why.
And we haven't been doing anything different in the last 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, so why? The question is, why has it changed? Is it something I need to do? Something I need to change? I don't know. Because I now run less than I ever used to. I never used to go in and close things down. I used to just leave things running. But I can't do that, or I don't do that now. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I close things down.
Yeah, but there's also been DCS updates, so perhaps DCS has introduced an issue to do with performance and a memory leak of some description, of which there are more than one already reported. I was going to say something else for a second, but now it's totally disappeared.
Yeah, that's what happens to me. But yeah, all of those things. Yeah, I know what you're saying. But it used to be fine. And oh yeah, what I was going to say is, for me, I don't know, but I feel as though my issues kicked off since 2.9.
That's when a lot of the memory issues came in.
Yeah.
So there's absolutely nothing you can do, with the exception of shutting things down to give yourself more headspace. The other thing you could try and do is do a graphics driver reinstall, because I have had first-hand experience of graphics drivers seemingly being okay, because my machine has been fine on every other game except DCS, but then DCS suffers in some way, and it's because there's something not quite right, and it's only like the top end of the memory allocation that gets affected by it, so DCS is the only one that suffered.
Then go
another one you could try is, again, it's just disappeared.
Go into the F10 map.
Clear out your
then go back
the render cache so that it recomputes the shaders.
I'm sorry I missed some of that, because G kindly put a message on which got read twice, and she was talking against you, and I couldn't listen to either.
Reinstall graphics card. Delete shaders.
Delete shaders. Where is the facility to do that? Is that on the new DCS updater is because I know where it is on the old one, but I don't use that one now.
You say the new updater.
You clipped on the beginning. I only heard the words new updater.
When you say new updater, on what version do you have?
Well, I've got the old one. There's one that's got one of them, the DCS updater, the new one that I'm talking about, has got the red, white, and blue flash as its icon. The other one is just called DCS updater utility. Sorry, stand by, Jeeve. I'll try to take note of what you said in a second. Hold on. Okay, you're saying go F10 map, 10 seconds, go back to cockpit. Okay, I'm going to do that. Look, I'm at 13, 14 FPS at the moment. Hold on. Okay, on the map, sit here and wait for a few seconds, and then I'll go back and see what difference, if any, that makes. So the FPS has crept up here. That's probably because there's nothing happening on it. That must be at least 10
Not sure
seconds.
if you're talking at Bill.
Sorry, I was talking to Jeeve on my stream. I was reading his message because he said go to the F10 map for 10 seconds and go back to cockpit, see if that changes frames. I've done the 10 seconds. I'm now going to go back. And basically
Of course, something else that is going to be currently eating CPU cycles on your machine is voice attack, because it is now constantly listening, constantly processing your microphone input.
Okay, I'm going to close voice attack.
I'm not saying that's going to fix it, but it might give you a little bit back.
Okay, I've closed it. I'll see what happens. I don't really think it's made any difference. It just dropped to 12, 13.
Alright, well then, so I'll reiterate what I was saying to my stream, because I wasn't sure what you were, I thought you was loading up the DCS updater. So, what version, when you get a chance, find out what version you're running so that I know which one we're talking about.
Okay, well it's the one with the red, white and blue flash. I'll open it now.
Okay.
So G, from your question, no, it doesn't seem to have made any improvement by going to the F10 for a while and coming back. Okay, hold on, let me speak to Lexor. Okay, right, Lexor, if you're receiving, I'm now on the updater, which is version 20040.
Okay, bear with me a second. And build 8/15/2024.
Yeah.
Right, so we're using the same. No, we're using the same one. So if you go to Advanced Updater option tab.
Okay, gone on there. Of course, you didn't hear me say that because I was on the other screen, but I'm there. Yeah, go on.
Right, so in the middle column of controls, you've got a handful of sliders, or toggle buttons that slide one side and the other. You've got one called Purge Shader Cache after update, and the one below that, Launch Repair after Purge to recompile shaders.
Hold on, I'm not seeing any of that.
Don't assume that there has to be a DCS update in order to do this. What it means is it's not going to repurge shader cache after an update. It will purge the shader cache after it has attempted to update. So even if there's no update on the servers, it's still going to purge the shader cache after checking for the cache, the update. So essentially, you don't have to wait for DCS to say there's an update. Just click the update button. There's nothing to update from a DCS perspective, and then it will clear the shaders, and then it will do a repair to recompile the shaders afterwards. That's probably going to take in the region of 15 minutes. So probably don't want to do it now, but maybe as a last thing before you sign off, or the first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay, but backpedaling on all that, I'm not seeing anything to do with purging.
So you don't have. So have you clicked on the Advanced Update Options tab?
Yep.
And we're in the same version number, so you should be seeing it.
Right, I'm not sure if you got my yep, because I might have been on the wrong screen, but yes, I'm on the Advanced Launcher Update Options, and below that I've got the first two things are Manage External Applications and External Applications Launch Order, and then below that I've got various windows with some left and right switches.
No, you're on the wrong tab. Go one tab left. Advanced Updater Options, not Advanced.
Oh, Launch, sorry, yeah, sorry. Okay, right, so say again, I think I've already done this, but go on.
Bill. Goliad 10. Bill.
Hello, Yod. Sorry, you're going to have to bear with me. I won't be able to respond much. Right. So I think we've already done this, but if you want to go through it again on what I should check on this.
Yeah. So just on the middle column of controls, enable Purge Shader Cache and Launch Repair after Purge.
Yep, they are enabled.
Okay, so what you want to do then is, when you are not doing DCS next, whenever that works out to be, just click the update. Do an update, and it will check the DCS service for updated DCS, not find anything, but then the updater tool will then do those things.
Hang on, so what, yeah, hold on, yeah, Yod, sorry, I won't be able to deal at the moment, sorry mate. So, once again, because she was reading, I couldn't hear, so, which update? Update to the latest release build, to click that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I might well do it now, because I've got half an hour, and all I want to do is see if this works.
Right, okay.
So, do I have to come out of DCS for this?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to leave DCS, I will do that, and I'll come back ASAP.
Okay, well I probably won't be here much past 2 o'clock, because work and school runs and stuff.
Sure. Okay, well I'll drop a message on Skype as necessary.
Okay.
Okay, mine I go. TTFN everybody.
Take it easy, Bill.
Okay.
Shit's Bill.
Right, yeah, I can't actually deal with that that at the moment. I'm getting such poor frame rates that I'm thinking of just quitting, certainly for tonight, and it makes me dubious about future flying because the frame rate has been so bad that it's just not flyable. We're trying to work out why, so that's what Laxor's been helping me with. So having closed DCS, I'm now going to update. Okay, it says this
Goliath
update.
10. Maybe RAM leak. Goliath 10. Maybe RAM leak.
No idea, mate. No idea. So you're talking about RAM leak as opposed to memory leak, are you? Something different? Is that something different? RAM leak, memory leak. Memory leak is something that happens in the software, whereas RAM leak obviously sounds like a hardware issue. Okay, I'm now going to restart DCS. I'll leave comms during that time. Oh, I didn't get ammo. I'm going to just respawn because I need ammo to get into proper combat. Frame rate has gone up. Well, not gone up. It's not gone beyond its previous peak, but it's running reasonably okay at the moment.
Laxa _ borosilicase. At Ngoliad 10 there are known memory and perf issues in this release. Laxa _ borosilicase. At Ngoliad 10 there are known memory and perf issues in this release.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Alexa, you probably saw that my frame rate went up, but it still hasn't gone above the previous 66 peak that it had earlier. It is better, and that's, I think I came back in about 8 minutes ago.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
You're still there, Lex, so I'd like to think that something has got better because I just saw a 90 something frame rate just then. And maybe it was to do with the shaders.
_varosilicase. When GFX get updated, good practice to clear shaders and repair. Naxa _varosilicase. When GFX get updated, good practice to clear shaders and repair.
Yeah, I think my issue was I knew how to deal with the other updater, and now I know how to deal with this one.
Naxa _varosilicase. Did it do the repair too? You were back in surprisingly fast. Naxa _varosilicase. Did it do the repair too? You were
Yeah,
back in surprisingly
yeah,
fast.
I did the repair. Yeah, there was something that caught me out. There was a bunch of folders that it said it needed to delete. That must have been to do with the shaders, and it might be because I missed some of what you said because of the messages coming in over the top of what you were saying, and me missing parts of what you were saying. But there was a bunch of folders to delete, and then I did the slow repair, the full repair, if that's the right word, and then spawned in. Spawn in was 35 to 55 FPS roughly, and then it peaked at about 66, but now I'm getting in the 80s. Maybe the shaders was the answer. I certainly hope so. Oh, it's now dropped to 30 all of a sudden. Just like that, it's dropped to 30, 50, 60. As long as the view is reasonably smooth, I don't really care about the number. It's just that when the numbers are bad, everything is difficult to deal with. Yeah, when I first went in, I clicked the repair and it said, no, I clicked the update and it said you were already up to date, and then I did the repair. Well, it said you're up to date. I deleted the folders, one after the other, that came up on the messages, and then I did the repair. Let's go and hit the convoy and see what happens. Provided one of those choppers doesn't take me out with an air-to-air.
Naxa _varosilicase. Have to run now though, take care. Naxa _varosilicase. Have to run
Okay,
now
thank
though,
you for that.
take
Thanks for
care.
your help. I think the shaders must have made a difference, because by now I would have been having troubles, I'm sure. I must remember to do that. Now get your head, if you're still there, get your head down, get some kit. And if you're still, oh, I was just taken out by a missile, but if you're still there, I did notice 100 and something FPS just then. That was before I was hit. So I'm now going to run voice attack again and see what difference that makes.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming. Copy. Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
Oh well.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy.
Refueling complete. Rearming complete.
I've only jumped out to see if, once again, to see if the frame rate changes much in any way. I'm not going to go all the way down though, although once again topping the hundreds. I think in case Lexor's still there, I'll put messages on anyway in Skype, but I think perhaps the shaders must have been the answer, because this is quite an appreciable difference.
Request refueling. Request
Copy.
rearming.
Copy. Refueling complete.
Okay, I'm gonna put a message to Lexord on Skype to say I think he's hit the nail. Because we deleted the shaders and did a repair, and that appears to have brought my frames back into a usable area. So I'm going to fold my stream now. For anyone that's still watching, I always say this, but it could be a bot, fair enough. But for anyone that's still watching, thanks for being there. Catch you again another time, maybe next week. And I'm more likely to be flying next week now that this week has worked out okay in the end with the with what Lexor suggested with the deleting the shaders and doing the repair and stuff. So that, I mean, like, to be honest, a little while ago I would have said maybe I won't bother next week because the frame rate was so bad. So I've been going now for at least half an hour, and the frame rate has gone down to 30 something, but when I was flying it was much better, and even though I attacked the ground units it was okay. Right, so I'm going to go close the stream. Hopefully I'll fly next week and hopefully someone will be there.